everyone, I'm Diana, and today I'm going to talk about the pros and cons of selling on Amazon. So without a doubt, obviously selling on Amazon is a huge opportunity, but I'm not going to be biased here. I want you to know all the cons as well, because as with every business model, there are also cons that I want you to know, but keep in mind that I'm going to be speaking from my own experience. Your experience can be different, so just take it with a grain of salt. So first of all, I'm going to start with the pros and then I'm going to lead into the cons. So I would say that the biggest pro is just the opportunity. It's a massive opportunity. Amazon is a #1 online retailer in the world and it has massive brand recognition. There are hundreds of thousands, millions of people who are customers of Amazon, who have Amazon accounts and who have signed up for one-click buy now button, meaning that their credit card information is saved in Amazon. And with just one click, they can buy the product and have it in 2 days if they are Prime registered. It's just that they've built this incredible brand that people are attracted to. And they're building this huge customer base. And the reason why it's such an incredible opportunity for us is because A, they give access to this customer base. They give us the opportunity to sell on their platform. Amazon could produce all the products themselves, but it would require a lot of work from them. Their business model is different. They allow sellers like you and me to sell on Amazon and reach this huge customer base that they have. They are putting all these marketing dollars into growing their brand, and you get access to some of that. That's really huge. So people always ask me, Diana, should I start selling on Shopify or on Amazon? And my answer is always the same. You have to think about it. If you sell on your own website, you need to get all the traffic to the website on your own. You are 100% responsible for driving the traffic to your website. But on Amazon, you just list your products on their website. And there is this potential for a prospective customer to just browse the products and find your product and buy it without having necessarily to drive that person to your Amazon listing or spend money on ad spend for them to click on your listing. So it's incredible how just customers can discover your products very easily without you putting tons of money into driving traffic to your website. And because Amazon is a search engine, that's another big thing. So just like Google is a search engine, you are looking for something, you type a question or a product that you want to find, and Google just gives you a bunch of websites and then you click on one of them that interests you. So Amazon is the same thing, but it's just different. You don't type questions, you type the product that you want to buy. So people search on Amazon to buy things they want to buy. They already have their credit card information stored in Amazon, and with just one click, they can buy the product that they want. So because Amazon is a search engine, if you list your product and you do a good keyword research for your listing and SEO, when someone searches, for example, for water bottle and they find your listing, they will buy your product. So it's a lot of potential here. And it leads me to another pro, which is trust. The trust that Amazon has built with their customers. You have to keep in mind that it wasn't that long ago when people were very hesitant to buy something online. There were people that, I only shop retail, I don't buy online because I am afraid of being it a scam. Like, never put your credit card information online. And I remember when I was growing up, I wasn't allowed to use my real name on the internet. Be careful, don't put your real name out there. So people were very cautious about that. But nowadays, it's changed. But nowadays, everyone's shopping online. And we kind of forget that people are still a little hesitant to do that. So if you were to sell on your own website, you would have to build trust about this website. So for a customer to be comfortable with, to put their credit card information and buy from that website. But Amazon has already done all that hard work for you. They have built the trust among their customers. That's why they have millions of customers, right? So by partnering with Amazon, by being a third-party seller, you are now associated with Amazon. And Amazon kind of passes that trust on to you. So when people are shopping products on Amazon, oftentimes customers who aren't in this niche. They don't understand about online selling and online shopping. They think that they are buying the products directly from Amazon. They don't even realize that they are buying the products from third-party sellers. So they have this level of trust in Amazon that Amazon will deliver the product that they are buying. And Amazon developed this trust by having a 30-day money-back guarantee. They will refund you if anything is wrong, and they've got really great fast shipping. You know, the policies are in favor of the customers, not really in favor of the sellers, but we are going to touch about that in the cons section. So next pro would be just the fact that you can achieve passive income with your Amazon business. I'm not saying it's going to be a real passive income, because real passive income is investing in stocks and getting dividends, so you don't have to do anything, basically, but it is kind of a passive income. Now, can you leave this business and never look at it again? Well, no. You still have to do some maintenance work, you still have to do inventory and order inventory and check in on pay-per-click ads, but for the most part, it's passive income. Because once you sell a product and you've automated all the processes and you hire a team or a bunch of people to help you with inventory and with pay-per-click, you have everything in automation. You don't necessarily need to check on that business very often. You can go on a vacation and just leave it for like 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe you check in once a week in your account and see that everything is good, and you can hire someone also to do that. It can be very passive, meaning that when you are sleeping, people are buying products. When you are on a holiday, people are buying products. When you are taking care of your children, people are buying your products and you are earning money. You don't have to be in front of your computer every day, making reels or filming ads as an influencer. You don't have to do any of that. You can just earn money as you go about your day, enjoying your activities. And that's really cool. I mean, you will have to put upfront work for finding the products, setting up your listing, ordering products on Alibaba, and setting this whole system. But once you've got that, then it's just about getting more sales. And it's just about more people discovering your product and buying your product. And that can be done fairly passively. So Amazon is an amazing opportunity to create a passive income stream. Like I said, it's not 100% passive. I mean, there are very few 100% passive income streams. The only one that comes to my mind are the dividends. So when you invest in stocks and you get dividends, then this is just 100% passive income stream, because you don't have to do anything. But for the most part, selling on Amazon is passive. So the next pro, I would say, is the scalability. When you have everything set up on Amazon, it's very simple to scale. When you have the foundation of your business in place, then from there, to scale your business, it's quite simple to earn more revenue. So the key is to go from 1 customer to 10 customers per day to 100 customers per day. So it's just about reaching more people. You can do that with pay-per-click ads on Amazon. You can do that with driving traffic from Facebook ads. You can do that with contacting influencers on Instagram and driving traffic through them to your Amazon listing. So to scale a business is quite simple. It's always the hardest at the beginning. It takes the longest at the beginning because you have to establish that foundation. But once you have that foundation, it becomes easier to grow. So the next really big pro for me is the anonymity that you can achieve with selling on Amazon. If you're the type of person that likes to stay behind the scenes, that likes to stay anonymous, maybe you are an introvert, you don't want to show your face, then this is a great business for you. You know, just don't use me as an example because I am showing my face and I'm talking about my experience of selling on Amazon. But most people don't do that. They just order a bunch of products from Alibaba, sell them on Amazon, and never show their faces. Like if you go and pick a product on Amazon, buy it on Amazon, and then maybe search on Google for this brand website, you rarely see the faces of the founders on that website. They usually have the models that they hire to take the photos. So the point is, you can do it from your home, behind your computer, and you don't have to be the face of your brand. You can stay anonymous and it's very attractive to some people. The next thing, maybe it's very obvious, but the fact that you can work from home. If you're a busy mom like me, you don't have the time to travel to work and you prefer to stay at home with your babies, then this is a great business model for you. So you are not restricted to working from one location. You can work from anywhere in the world. You can decide you can work from the park. You can decide you can work while your baby is playing, and you can work from home. And it's such a blessing. It's a huge benefit. I know a lot of moms want to start an online business from home so they can stay with their kids at home. I know there are disadvantages as well when you are home and when you want to work and your kids are at home at the same time. But you can learn to manage that, and it's much easier for a lot of people to stay home than to commute to work like 1 or 2 hours per day. So the last pro for me is building an asset. So when you are building an Amazon business, you are building an asset that can be attractive to investors, and especially when you are building a brand. So when you start selling on Amazon, you can go about it in 2 ways. You can buy a bunch of random products and just sell it on Amazon, and you can make good money from that. Or you can decide to stick to one category and build a brand. And build a brand in that niche. Make a lot of money from that. In my opinion, this is the best way for selling on Amazon right now. So you pick a product that solves people's problem, you improve it, so you make it better, and you sell it under your own brand. Building a brand requires a bit more effort than just buying random products and selling them on Amazon. But there are many advantages to that, because you build a brand that becomes a great asset, and one day you can decide, like many Amazon sellers, that you want to sell that brand. You may decide that, you know what, that business have gotten me what I wanted and I want to move on to another stage in my life, and I want to sell that business. So you can build an asset. Not only you are earning a paycheck from your business, but you are building an asset. You are putting effort into growing this brand that later you can sell for 3 times the earnings from that business. And this is incredible. And that's just something really exciting, because you have something to look forward to. Just the possibility of selling your business and what that money can provide for you. Like maybe you want to move to the next chapter of your life. Maybe you want to start something else, who knows? But it's exciting that you can do that once you sell your Amazon business. Okay, so now let's get into the cons. So one of the pros that I didn't mention before, that Amazon takes care of a lot for you. So they ship your products for you. They take care of the customer support. They pack and ship your products if you are doing Amazon FBA. They really do a lot of work for you. And that's what really helps you create this business, to automate this business. And you just don't have to focus on that kind of work in your business, so like shipping and packing the products and customer service. But that does come with a price. And so that would be one of the cons, the price of selling on Amazon. It's going to be more expensive to sell on Amazon than to sell on your own website, because you have to pay several fees. First thing is a referral fee. This is 15% of the unit price. There are also FBA fees, so pack and ship fulfillment fees per unit, and also the storage fees. So if you're just looking at the numbers, then then I should sell on my own website, because it's cheaper, right? But look at all the benefits that selling on Amazon is giving me. It is more expensive, but look at what selling on Amazon is offering me. You are getting access to your customer base. You are getting access to the trust that Amazon built. So if it comes at a higher fee, then yes, in my opinion, it's worth it. So the next big thing, and this is a bit of an annoying thing when you sell on Amazon, is the seller support. I hate to say it, but Amazon has a wonderful customer service for their customers. So when a customer wants to return something, they just say, oh, don't even send it back, we will just refund you. So they've got great customer service. But as a seller, not so much. If you need to contact seller support and solve some issue, then it can be a very hard and tedious process. And I've gotten very annoyed sometimes, and now I'm practicing this being in the Zen zone when I try to solve some issue with the seller support. So I used to be very frustrated with seller support, but now I just look inside of me and I say, what's going on? Why am I getting upset about this? Is it really that a big issue? So anyways, you will guys figure it out. I don't even have to tell you about this, you will see. But every seller is going to experience this, and this is just a part of selling on Amazon. So the next con is, although you have the ability to work from home, this can be very socially isolating. If you're a super social person, if you're an extrovert, then selling on Amazon can be socially isolating, because as an extrovert, you need to talk to people, you need to be around people. And with selling on Amazon, you are just near your computer and you just do your work and you don't have people to talk to around you. So it can be a little isolating. In the beginning, everything's fine and perfect because you are starting a business. But after some time, if your nature is to be around a lot of people every day and talk to them, then you don't get that experience with this type of business. And you are going to start to feel that need being around of people is not being met. You can meet that need by actually having hobbies and going out and socializing with people, because Amazon will give you a lot of free time, and in that free time you can actually go out and meet more people. But if you find that in your work you really crave communicated with customers one-on-one, face-to-face, you are just not going to have that social interaction with selling on Amazon. So this is just something to note. I know myself, I am an introvert, so this is not an issue for me. I can spend months with myself in my own apartment and just not talk to anyone. But I know some people are extroverted and they need to talk to somebody every day. So this is something else to note here. Another con to mention here is that when you are selling on Amazon, these are not your customers. These are Amazon's customers. You don't own your Amazon listing. You are at the mercy of Amazon. You are not very protected. Your business is not very protected. So when something happens, when Amazon decides to suspend your listing or deactivate your seller membership, suspend your account or block your listing, whatever it may be, they have the right to do so. And Amazon is not going to do that for no reason. They usually have a strong reason to do that. Like, for example, you unintentionally triggered their terms of service. You did something that Amazon does not allow, that triggered your account being deactivated or your listing suspended. Usually they don't do that out of the blue for no reason. But you need to be careful about that. So if you're not paying attention, you are not reading their terms of service, and you are doing something shady, then it can happen to you. So just keep that in mind. You are always at the mercy of Amazon. So I recommend starting to sell on Amazon, and if you are starting, start on Amazon. This is the best place to start. But once you have that foundation of your business, you have built a brand on Amazon, then you can move on to selling on your own website like Shopify. So you don't have all the eggs in one basket. If you have all your eggs in one basket and you drop that basket, all the eggs are cracked. But if you have all your eggs in different baskets, spread across different baskets, then, for example, your own website, maybe selling on Etsy, then you know if something happens to Amazon, that's okay. You still have the other eggs in the other basket. You still have the income coming from your Shopify website. So the last con I will mention here before wrapping up is the learning curve. If you are going to be selling on Amazon, you will have to learn a lot. Most people who start selling on Amazon never had an online business before. So if you are coming from working a traditional job, you are not that computer savvy, there is going to be a learning curve for you. And it's going to require a willingness from you to learn. So what I've learned from doing the coaching with people is that there are two kinds of people. One person will say, I don't know how to do that, so I can't do it. And the other person will say, I don't know how to do it, but I will learn how to do it. I will do everything that I can to learn how to fix this issue, how to step over this obstacle. And you really have to have the latter approach. Those people that have this approach, that they will learn and that they will learn how to fix the issues, that they will find a way, those people usually win with selling on Amazon. And honestly, in life in general, If you are not willing to learn, you are not going to grow. If you are not going to grow, you will remain at the same place for the rest of your life. And that's quite boring. So really, you have to be willing to learn. And what I mean by learning, there are many different components that you will have to learn when doing an online business. So like email marketing, social media, listing optimization, SEO, pay-per-click ads, blogging, and there are many different parts. You don't have to be an expert in all of these fields. You can learn the basics and then you can hire someone to do those things for you. But if you know the basics, you can look over that person and see if the person is doing the job right. So there's a learning curve and you will just have to learn more than others. That does not mean it's not doable. That does not mean it's impossible. That just means that it requires a bit more effort from you and you have to be open to learning. So that's going to wrap up this video. So there are always pros and cons of selling on Amazon, but in my opinion, pros outweigh the cons. There are going to be cons in every kind of business and also the job that you have. There is not a perfect role. But the opportunity of owning your own business, working from home, having that flexibility, that's just an incredible opportunity in my opinion. And I was fortunate enough to make that decision to start selling on Amazon a few years ago, and it has done incredible things for me. So I now sell free products on Amazon. They give me steady side income of $10,000 per month, and I'm now scaling that business to earn even more. And it allowed me to stay home with my baby boy, so I can take care of him. I can go on dream family vacations that I've never been able to go before. I don't have to stress about paying any bills. And this business of selling on Amazon can do these things for you too. But also, not everyone is suited for entrepreneurship. Like, I know I'm not suited to be a lawyer or a doctor. I don't have this kind of skills or qualities that would be required to perform those roles. But I do know that entrepreneurship suits me. I wouldn't be able to work for anyone else. I want to work for my own business and I can learn anything. I learned a lot of things to sell on Amazon, and also I learned things before with my previous online businesses. So you kind of have to decide if this is the right thing for you. So if you're beginners and if you want to know how to sell on Amazon, I have a lot of videos for you on my YouTube channel. And that's going to help you get started. So I strongly recommend you do that. So watch the videos, take the time, take notes. You are going to know how you can get started, what you can do, and what action steps you need to take to start selling on Amazon. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section below. I always read and reply to all your comments. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next video. Bye!